Elden Ring has a lot of achievements. And 4 of those achievements, plus a 5th one that you get when you achieve every achievement in the game, still eluded me until this day. This day, I will go back into Elden Ring. I will complete a playthrough on a build that I've never done before. Not saying it's particularly hard or anything, it's a typical magic dexterity build with the Moon Veil anyways. And I will get those remaining 5 achievements before Shadow of the Erdtree comes out. Shadow of the Erdtree has not a stated release date yet, as of time of this recording, but yeah, it will come, and it will make that achievement as much harder. So I'm gonna do that now, and then potentially when it comes out, we're going to have ourselves a fun little recording. But until then, I see you in the main recording.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome Dung-Eater, and Sir Gideon Othmere, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To to stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
So I just realized one thing while we were looking at that. And that is that the area we wake up in is very reminiscent of where the final fight takes place. But we are in the game. Just a tiny bit laggy on my end. But that's a... that could be the cause of it. And I know this is like part of... wait, actually? It was usually part of how you, I thought the helmets give you some type of bonus to magic, but I'm probably wrong there. We start off with Magic Glintblade. Magic Glintblade is one of the... I find it one of the more strong versions of Glintblade. And I'm going to try to beat this first boss. I've not yet... oh god. I know which attacks I can punish in theory. But I only ever got this one so far as to that he turned the blades golden. Yeah, no, he got me. I have never beaten this enemy before. I mean, obviously when you come back here, but the first try I've not beaten that one ever. I was so used to just, like, skip this cutscene.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all. One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Alright. we are in the actual open world now. We could do the tutorial cave. But granted, 500 runes are not that intrinsically interesting, I feel. Discovered the Lost Grace, Finger Severa. We need all of these finger instruments to go multiplayer. That was what most of them do. This is so we can get summoned. This is so we can summon we can unsummon people. And this is for writing messages. Which is like, yeah. Not sure if we need to use that one. Whoop.
Oh yes, tarnished are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
The memes that this man has spawned.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Varre. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted.
Well, wait, is that Kale I can see? Like, including the small ruins at the far end of Kale? Or is that something that's closer? No, I think this is Kale. That's actually funny. I knew about mountaintops, I knew about Stormwind Castle, obviously. Stuff further by the archery you cannot see, like the capital. But holy shit, that you can see Kale from here, that's kinda cool.
It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Okay. So, I think our first stop will be to pick this up because it will annoy me. Small golden effigy means we can, I think, ask for people to be summoned. Since co-op's time to summoning pools. Okay, no, it's just that we can put a sign down to offer help. So we avoid the archery sentinel because I'm pretty sure I cannot beat him as we are right now. I'm gonna look for a proper weapon. I'm gonna look for some other spells. And I'm gonna get us a horse. Because if anything, this is the game where I actually... Wait, is there a black part in the screen. Sorry. Need to adjust this. Okay, I think it's gone. Apologies for that one. But yeah. I want to get a better melee weapon than the EP. Is this the EP? It's an S-Talk. Okay. But, definitely a better one than the S-Talk.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
So, something like a straight sword or something. The crafting kit is really, really good. And I don't think we have anything to sell here. To actually get it. Yeah. I would like to also get some proper armor, because I cannot run with this TOS violating outfit. Alternatively, there's also some spells I would like to get before we actually start the proper run-through. I'm not gonna do stuff like killing the dragon in Kale for 1,000,000 souls. I've done so in other playthroughs, but this one I kinda want to be more legit. So we're trying to... If we're trying to kill the dragon up in Kale, we are gonna do that the hard way.
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Kale is such a nice guy.
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, Kale. I will come back here. Hop. Hop. Did I get the grace? I mean, I will check the map. I didn't. So these are graces, they're like bonfires. Yeah. I do really enjoy, also the lore of Elden Ring. I will not say the story, because the story is really negligible. The lore, however, is really nice. Kale, for example, comes, like he says, from nomadic people who are traveling around in like a great, or used to go around in a great caravan until the Golden Order, which is essentially the leading religion here in the Lands Between, causes people to just kinda... Well, they committed genocide, technically, on his people. And... there is just a whole storyline with that that I find very, very interesting, that we might actually get into. I will not pursue that ending in particular, because that is a storyline that actually leads to one of the endings. But it is definitely something I would go for. There's a piggy. And we are going to sneak into this camp, because as you have seen earlier, the sword attack instant kills with the backstab. Or instant kills these Godric soldiers. Godric is the lord of this area. Each area has at least one lord. which is essentially the, if you've played former FromSoft games, it's essentially like one of the Great Souls or greater bosses. And each area has one of them. Oh. Okay, cool. Ah, doggo. What was that? Must have been the wind. Ah! Oh, thank goodness they have blindness. How was this saying? Blind as a... Is it blind as a worm? It's blind as a mole. Come on, doggo. Oh god. I wanted to avoid aggroing this one. Although it looks like we can actually deal with this one quite easily. Ow. Okay. Okay, this one alarmed everyone, even though he couldn't get the sound out. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh god. Okay! That was far easier dealing with this camp than it normally was. Oh, this guy is still aggroed. Yeah, let me grab this item first. This gives me access to the whetstone knife, which is... It's not the basic, actually. I think you can actually go through not picking up the whetstone knife and then picking up, like, other one of these knives that give you the ability to... actually, whoops. To actually get, your weapons, upgraded to, like, include magic damage and such. I always thought they were connected, but I guess they aren't. So I'm grabbing this Sight of Grace. But I'm not gonna sit down because that will trigger a cutscene, and it will respawn all of the people here. So what I like to do is I grab that one, I run over, grab the other one, and... Oh. I guess we aggroed that one. Take all the items because there is law in them. Where's the Sight of Grace? It's over here in the bushes, okay. And here is where I will now get the next cutscene.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the Tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
So, they keep on saying we are maidenless, and that is due to the fact that the maiden we need to pick the item from at the very start of the game was supposed to be our maiden, and someone killed them. I'm not looking at anyone, except I'm looking at Varre. And that should cause trouble for us. Because without maidens we cannot level up. Without maidens... I don't know if Torrent is a special case here.
Then it's
but I'm gonna accept her.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Yes. I don't know anyone who wouldn't treat Torrent with respect. So we increase the flask. So we can technically have 4 health charges, but I would go with 3 health and 2 mana charges, so that we can cast more of our spells.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
And we can finally level up.
Rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me. Your thoughts.
This is, by the way, why
Your
hand holding
ambition.
is so loot, because it allows you to level up. Goodbye, Melina. I wish I could see you more often in the game. Oh. First things first, Memory of Grace, not gonna use that, I don't want to lose my souls. I usually replace it with Torrent. Alright, now for the weapon. Where could we go in the starting area that has, like, a neat weapon? That we don't need to farm for. We could go for the double blade, which is here. We could also go and fight Margit. And then get Roger's rapier after. We could go here and buy a short sword. Or get lucky and get a Falchion drop, maybe. I think for now... good strategy would be getting a strength weapon. Because with the strength weapon we can very easily take out the miners in the mine. And the, like most of the bosses with guard breaks. Now the question is where I can find one. A heavy weapon. Technically we do have the flail. I don't know if the flail constitutes for that though. Also, we cannot wear the flail yet, as we are missing 4 dexterity to do so. I think our best mode of operation would first be to unlock...
You there? Could you help us out, Kale?
To unlock the, game? I think my game crashed. Don't know why, it never did that. Yeah, I will come back and I will cut down on the graphics. But let me think my thought. Let me finish thinking my thought. The idea is to get the magic merchant. Yep, game crashed. I will be back to get the magic merchant.
Oi! You there? Could you help us out, Kale?
Oh, it's a little better. Alright.
What'd you go and do that for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really.
Oh, we cannot talk to him while sitting down? That's a shame.
Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
Aww.
Or if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them, so I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
The cave on the shore. That could also be our first thing. You know what? Let's help this poor little monkey. Let's go to the shore. And help him. And here is our first threat. Stagger. There we go. I don't think I will fight those krakens on the ground, but the trolls are fairly good to get some free runes. I mean, this one was worth like 1,000, which is insane for the start. Now, the achievements I've been talking about in the intro, those consist of getting all of the legendary weapons, all of the legendary spells, all of the legendary talismans, and all of the legendary ashes. So I will do quite a lot. Oh, this is Definitely a lot better. Rainbow stones. We're going to say hello to the merchant down here.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
These merchants are also fucking scarred from what happened. We could get a broadsword. I think this might be a good option. Or I could get a club. This one does like 135 damage overall, and this one does 120, but has less scaling, though we do want to build a little bit into dex, so... Although this one is like 3 times the price, I think we will take that.
Well, be on your way.
Mainly because I want a one-handed weapon, so I can also use my spells. Alright, then let's find the cave at the coast that Bok was talking about. Which is this one.
What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp. You'll end up just like me.
Yes. Well, let's go and get this rest. And then we go in. And we will fight through the darkness. Is there another one? Nope. So let's pick up something from this cave moss, even though I might not ever use it. Found a glass shard. This one has a great club, which kind of fucked us up. However, the following fight is made extremely easier due to a good friend that we might have to kill later on for a storyline. Old Knight Istvan. I don't know the lore about Old Knight Istvan, but he goes through and helps you with like one of the initial... Well, I don't think he helps you outside of this one. I don't know what gripe he has specifically against this creature, but he's definitely a knight that belongs to this area, so potentially like some ally of Godwin the Golden. Since he is the Old Knight as a... He's either the Old Knight as in... either the Old Knight in the sense that he is an old man, or he is an Old Knight in the sense that he is the former knight. Alright, that is the Demi-Human Chief. Number 1, where is number 2? Number 2 is usually... yeah, over here. Oh wait, no, never mind. There goes the second one. We get tailoring tools and a sewing needle, so we can adjust our armors by adding or removing a cape from them. Oops. Alright. As you can see, this is a fairly dark cave. I hope it is visible enough for people. And we come out on a little island just across the shore. Which holds a lot of animals. In case you want to craft a lot of like arrows for your bow build. I have never done a bow build. I've attempted one run of it and it didn't really work. This charge is a dragon charge. That is another belief that is within the lands between. Oops. Which is, I think the most common beliefs are the Golden Order, the Three Fingers, blood, the stars and like gravity and such, and dragons. Oh yeah, and then there is also black, like black flame sorcery, but I will put like all of the fire magic in like one thing. Even though it isn't. But we've done this, and with that, let us return to Bog. Because we beat the people that beat him up, so let's just let him know.
Oh. What are you doing here? You must leave this place at once. They'll rush in and beat you to a pulp.
They didn't.
You'll end up just like me.
No, it's fine. Here, look, I found your mom's sewing kit.
Wait. Is that what I think it is? You got it back for me. My sewing needle.
There you go.
What made you go and do a thing like that? My mum was a seamstress, and that sewing kit was all I had to remember her by. I always wanted to be just like sweet old mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're very kind. I always wanted to be a seamster like my mum. Then I suppose I can't just curl up and die, can I?
No. This small kindness actually gives one of the most wholesome storylines throughout the entire game. Where, well, you will see. And we are back. That over there was the island that you've seen. And now we will go and find ourselves a teacher. Oh, picking that one up. We have arrived at the place where a teacher is gonna be. Teachers need to be fairly careful. There's a lot of things that can poison us. And there's the entrance. And it's another reason to be careful. Because those plants are... It's fairly easy to kill this one with the glint blade. Ow. Whee! Ah, fuck. Simply because we can just avoid his attacks. Cast a spell, and then make him change direction, so that the arrows hit him from the back. It's a fairly straightforward fight. It's also not the hardest. Gives you like a good amount of souls, and, more importantly, gives me a teacher.
Tarnished, are we? I wonder you should turn up here. I am Sellen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
I would like to live beyond
for
sorcery.
glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal. Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Are you looking at me, woman? I am not much better off. Yes, I want to learn.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle, or cast kind words. Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Alright, Glintstone Arc is a really good spell against giants. And Scholar's Armament is also a really good spell early game, I have found. So I will learn this one. Whoops. And I will see, I don't have any runes. Alright. Then the first thing is learning the rune arc. Although there's a much easier method to kill a specific giant that I'm thinking about. We invaded. Oh god, he can dodge.
If it isn't Nerijus.
We are kind of keeping him on the oh fuck. No. Ah! If we run this way, we will get some assistance. I think that was us. I would like to think that was us. Thank you, Yura. So now I'm gonna ride over here. Because that's usually where he's chilling. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Yura.
Just joining the fray. Tarnished. Well, you fought Nerijus and survived. That alone deserves commendation. I'm Yura. Hunter of bloody fingers. Tarnished. Held in thrall by cessblood. Zealots. Who stalk their own. You stay the path. You're certain to face more of them. Just remember. No kinship with their ilk remains. Their madness precludes it. Don't let your emotions stay your blade.
Okay.
One last word of warning. Stay clear of Agil Lake. A great dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad, or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Be on your way. Perhaps we will meet again. If fate permits.
Okay. So then, let us do exactly what he told us not to do. Here we also notice like some of the skeletons being up again. This is not where the experience will come from. There's a dog. Alright. You see it coming? Alright, that was our cue. We're running. Also, one important bit of information. Every time you have one of these tunnels, jump off the elevator around here. Because there will always be, like, extra items to pick up. Like this golden rune 4. Or further down, there is a smithing stone that you might need. Bop. And I'm going to sit down at this bonfire because I do need to have my stuff replenished. Maybe... can we level up? We can. Let us also level up intelligence one more time. Just to increase our spellcasting prowess. Because we will need that. Oh, we do barely anything. Let's grab the stone and run. Ow. That's usually what I'm doing. Thank you. It also helps that we have almost no weight. That is huge. There's no item here. Item over here. However, there's that little part, and that will be important later. I think this is the smarter way. Okay. Okay, cool. We did it. This was a relatively large ambush, but it is worth doing the stuff that you can find here, because that will fuck up the boss of this cave really badly. For not too much risk. I wonder if 2 of these kill him. 1 does. That is huge. We need the glintstone strap as well. Oh, you just have a rock. You have a smithing stone. Come on. Ah! Okay! That is good. Ow! Okay, we are running. They also try to follow sometimes. So we refresh our cerulean tears, and now Prime, use what you find kind of thing. Okay, correct one equipped, because this destroys this boss. So that's also free XP. Free runes. And with that set, and our weapon at, well, I'm gonna come back to that later.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word?
Naturally, hello.
Pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished.
Likewise.
I am the Witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yeah, I can call him.
Ah, as I had hoped. I was entrusted this for thee, by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Thank you.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished.
Oh, no worries.
I doubt we shall again meet.
Oh.
But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the 2 fingers?
So here's the thing, we could upgrade our staff, or we could upgrade the sword. And I am thinking that we do both once, and then I will upgrade the sword again. And now we sell our rune here.
Weren't you? Well, you're back. Care to buy something? There are others of my people who yet survive in these lands. If the mood takes you when you meet one, then offer them some trade, won't you? My people, wanderers all have long been spurned by the grace of gold, which is why we cannot settle, but instead are forced into this pitiful, unceasing journey. But thanks to that, things are not so different for us now, though the Elden Ring is shattered. I think this makes us kindred spirits of sorts. Your people, the Tarnished, and mine.
Yeah. We are going to sell this rune,
Goodbye for now.
which should give us enough to go back to Sorceress Sellen and buy magic weapon. And with magic weapon, there's a talisman I would like to find, and then we can tackle the first hurdle for many players, which I've never found
Young
very
apprentice.
difficult.
First things first, you are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile. Without the legs to walk. So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
Yeah, thank you. Scholar's Armament. And we are actually en route for where I wanted to go for the talisman. Let's memorize it. Hop onto Torrent. I am going to grab a spell scroll, however, I will not turn it in yet. Because Sellen has a potential in her questline where she could die. There's another person I would give the scroll to later. That I will give it to. Wait, I ran past it, I think. Oh, over there. No! I swear I'm smart. Gives us a row of fruit and the Royal House Scroll, which I think allows us to learn Carrion Sorcery. Glintblade Farlings and Carrion Slicer. Carrion Slicer is one of the probably coolest looking abilities. Also fairly strong from what I've seen. Oh, now that's awkward. Alright, we do like 80, and let's see how it does with magic weapon. That's a solid 20 damage extra. That's not terrible. And we need to run past this. Good. Free kill. Ow. Soldier helmet. This one didn't even aggro. Let's get some more smithing stones.
Huh?
Oh. What was that? We were like slamming something next to him and he was like, huh? We will also start another questline by doing this, but I will postpone the questline for a little bit at least. How much souls do we have? 800. That is not enough for the talisman. But we'll get there. We will get there. Hey, Irina.
Hello? Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. I've escaped from Castle Morne, to the south. The servants there have rebelled. I can't be sure what it is. My eyesight's been weak since birth, you see. But I swear I heard frightful howling from all over. My good father secreted me out the castle, but decided himself to stay. He says it's his duty. As commander. I fear for father's life. The servants are full of wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the companions I escaped with. They haven't spared a soul. I fear it's no different at Castle Morne. Please, I implore you, would you mind taking a letter to my father at the castle? My soul wishes that he escape, even if his honor should be the price. Please. I just want him to be safe.
Yeah.
Thank you. Dearly. Then please, take this. Deliver it to my father, who remains in the castle, if you please.
Alright. We take a letter to the castle. We need to kill this guy fast. I swear, this one used to be really good at, like, breaking poi as well. Oh, there we go. Oh, wait, no, that's because you ran into the wall. Oh, there we go. So that would be 1,000. Oh god, there's a dog behind me. That is not great. I was hoping I can catch more of them with the glintstone arc. Okay. We need 2,400 exactly. There's also smithing stone 2, so that will be important. Oh, we aggroed more. No, we didn't, okay. Ah, fuck. No. No. Oh, there's another one coming. And another dog. Okay. It was nice to be here. Oh god, you have too much poison. Alright, instead of dying, let's just pick our things and let's run. So these scarabs usually give you weapon arts. None of the weapon arts that I could gain from here are extremely worth it though. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm gonna sit down. And then I'm gonna math out in my head really quick whether the amulet is more worth it, or if I could just put 2 levels into Vigor and get the same result. I'm almost sure it is. Because it gives you 10% more HP, I think. Let me double check. By 6% even only. So 2 levels into Vigor would do the same thing for the same amount of runes. So why don't we do that? And then the Knight's Cavalry we will do later. Let's end this first session by fighting Margit.